Yo, what's up everyone? I am Spence Steak and we're in our Godzilla Battleline video, and today we are doing a leader tier list. You heard me right, Godzilla Battleline leader tier list. And season 39, I don't know if I'll call it season 39 leader tier list or just leader tier list, and I'll figure that out in the editing process. Probably just gonna be season 39, but you'll find out when you see the title. So yeah, that's what the tiers are looking like. Pretty standard. S plus reserved for the top 3 this time instead of top 10 like my units, because I really only think 3 leaders deserve S plus. And yeah, I'm gonna be looking at my GBL on my phone because I don't remember what half of these dog shit leaders do. But yeah, let's start it with Batra. So Batra, already forgot what he does. Great fucking start. Alright, so Batra as a leader, what does he do? He deals a solid amount of damage in a straight line, and just increase movement speed for aerial unit. Oh, this is gonna be a long ass video. Goddamn, I haven't done one of these in a while. So yeah, just movement speed for aerials. That's dog shit. Biolante, increased speed of units in water. Also increased damage of range units. Honestly, pretty solid leader ability. One of the better ones. It's cheap as well. 1 cost. 360 AoE, but really bad damage and really bad range. I think she's a good leader. Very solid leader. Get yummies. Also, I put no thought into this. I was just bored, so might as well record earlier tier list. So yeah, I'll probably rearrange a lot of this when I finish placing them all. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Destroya. Destroya is a really powerful lead. His ability absolutely nukes everything. It's like 5k damage or something like that. It's something ridiculous. It just blows up a push with his variable slicer. And also, let's see, what does it do? 30% damage for units that are short ranged. That doesn't really matter. You want it for that kicker that has that ability. Now, is he an amazing leader? Absolutely. Is he overrated? Yes. I see people calling him the best leader. He is not. Because my criteria for a leader: ability, range, and damage. Destroya covers 2 of those. He does not have range. Really bad damage. Actually, nah, you know what? That lead ability just makes up for his shit base damage. But yeah, no range whatsoever. Still S, but not S plus. Alright, Desghidorah. Desghidorah is a very solid leader. Very solid leader. His ability... oh my god. God, it came out of nowhere. My apologies. Yeah, not even the ability. His just base kit is really good because he's got Pierce as a leader. He's only like one of maybe 2 or 3 that has Pierce as a leader. I can't remember the other ones. But yeah, just really solid, can pierce through pushes. His ability is like a mini energy base. Has a pretty big AoE, really solid damage. And it just gives you double the energy rate for 5 seconds. Very solid. Is he A or S though? You know what? Considering I'm gonna put him in S tier, but low S tier, like very low S tier. Like very solid leader, and also he flies, so he's just inherently resistant to the absolute shithole cannon. And yeah, we got Fyrodan. I used Fyrodan for a while as a lead actually, just because I was bored of GA9 lead, which is usually my main. But yeah, Fyrodan lead, he gives a pretty alright attack buff. To aerial units, yes, pretty solid. Damage overall, pretty mid-range. He's okay, nothing that special. Probably yucks. I don't think he's as bad as Batra though. Alright, Gigan. This is a classic. I remember back in the good old days of GBL when people were running Gigan lead GA9 unit. Send his ass downfield, pray for the best. Glory days for all these stinky alts. Yeah, he's still a very solid lead. Definitely not as good as he used to be, but he's still pretty solid. I'll probably put him in Yums because the ability, it's pretty predictable once you see a Gigan lead nowadays, and it does solid damage, but there's just abilities that do more damage and have much longer range. Alright, G21. Now, G21, I could go to the restroom right now, take a steaming hot shit, and it would still be better than G21 as a lead. He's the worst lead in the game by far, and I mean by far. I'd rather run Batra at level 1 than G21 at level 30 as a lead. That's not an exaggeration either. I genuinely would rather do that. G21 is a lead. Absolutely horrendous. Leader ability, I don't even have to remember what it does. I just know it's useless. It just snipes energy bases, I know, because I used it that one time. Yeah, his base attack, if it's like one unit, like one lone GA9 coming downfield, you'll cook him pretty well, but anything else, it's over for him. Alright, now we got GA9, the absolute bog standard classic lead. And he's still good. He is still a very solid lead, especially with Ginza and Ride Goji. Like, that's a lot of damage. Just pretty bad range. At least he has AoE. He's just the lead to end all leads. He's either A or S. I'm gonna give him S, honestly. Just because that ability is still never been buffed, never been nerfed. He's never been buffed or nerfed as a fucking lead. He probably never will. He'll always be meta relevant to an extent. He won't ever be meta ever again as a lead, I'm pretty sure. Unless he gets a buff. But just extra 50% damage for 5+ cost units, there's a lot of those. It's always going to be good. And if you're like me and don't have like a lot of the meta leads that are pretty newer units, you can always just go back to him because pretty good chance you have him at high level. And yeah, he's just the lead to end all leads, like I said. Alright, Ultima. Godzilla Ultima is a very, very solid lead. Very good ability, not good effect on the ability, but the ability does a lot of damage on a pretty big AoE. He's got really good range, and that's about it, honestly. Nothing else to it. Oh yeah, bad DPS as well. That too. Really bad DPS. But that range is still really good. Range is the best stat for a lead by far you can have. I'm still going to give him S tier, but I don't know where in S. Either, I don't know. High A, low S. I think he's better than GA9, but probably right here. No, actually no. Right there, right there. Yeah, that works. I'm definitely going to revise this list later. Holy shit. Alright, Hedorah, the shit monster. Emphasis on shit, because it's a dog shit lead. So, Hedorah it's a nerf actual to your own units. It makes them spawn in faster. A lot of times, like for Shimo, for example, you can get an extra second of just stalling because Shimo takes a while to spawn in. And yeah, bad yucky. D tier. Yeah. Nah, I'd rather have, I don't know. I'd rather have Hedorah over the Batra just because the AoE. Jagnator 1412. So what do we think about Jaguar? He's a very solid lead for DPS only. Everything else he sucks at. He used to have the highest DPS as a lead, I'm pretty sure. He's still up there. But that's about his extent. He's got alright AoE. Good DPS, like I said. Ability, pretty mid. Very mid, actually. Dog shit even. He gets yucks. Somewhere in C tier. I'd rather have Fire Rodan for that flying past resistance to the Kiryus. Alright, Mecha King Ghidorah. Mecha King Ghidorah is another very overrated lead in my opinion. But he's still very good. You still get a lot of energy with that ability. It just sucks that he flies as a unit, is grounded as a leader, has great AoE as a unit, has shit AoE as a leader. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's just negatives, but that ability comes in clutch. Really good damage, great stun, and that energy is better than Desghidorah's by a fat margin. So just speaking of that, he's objectively slightly better than Desghidorah. And he's still just a really good pick. And also, people just have him leveled. Oh, completely forgot to say, this is at max levels. I'm going to put like a little disclaimer at the beginning of the video too. This is max levels. Because I always forget to say that, just my unit choice as well. This is everything 4 stars level 40. I was about to say 5 stars. 3 stars level 50. Because there's nothing below 3 stars. So yeah. Now we got Kiryu. Now. Oh god, Kiryu. Now, if you know me, I got prejudice against Kiryu leaders. And I mean a lot of it. If you use Kiryu leader, we can still be friends, but you're going to have to overcome that prejudice I have built into me. And 2 reasons for that prejudice. 1, I have to accept he's a great fucking lead. 2, that ability. Oh my god, that ability. Well, is it 90%? 90% of the lead's HP gone. Overtime. Jover with trains. GG's. Only counter really is Rainbow Mothra and killing them before that. But yeah, Kiryu leader, absolute stinker. Big stinker, but my bias won't affect the ranking. He's either above or below Destroya. Actually, you know what? With Rainbow Mothra's, like, how prevalent he's been recently, bump him down a tier. He's pretty bad as a lead by himself, but that ability carries him. Maybe below or above Desgador, because Destroy is still better, because at least you have a great ability. I'm trying to think, because it's really easy to stall in this game, especially with max levels. It really fucking is. Like, every match will go to overtime. The second one, at least. First one if you get lucky. And... It's just difficult. It just really is difficult to rank this fucker. I'm gonna pause a little bit just to think about this shit. Be right back. Alright, that's probably where I'm gonna leave it, right above Mecha King Ghidorah. That ability is just broken beyond belief. And also above Mecha, he has actual AoE above Mecha King Ghidorah. And yeah, they're both grounded shitters, very bad basic attack, just damage in general. But that ability, my god. Who the fuck just texted me? Oh, it's the politicians. They want my vote. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna put him. That one did take a while. That took some brain power though. Yeah, keep him there for now. Fuck you. Alright, next we got the ape, the monkey, the gorilla, the Surmalia YouTube himself. So, where do I think the ape is? He's a very solid lead. Put that out there. He buffs 4 cost and above units. 4 cost and above. Does a good grand slam for the attack. Single target, even though his unit has AoE for some reason. Toe or brain dead. But yeah, he's a solid lead. I don't think he's amazing, but he's still solid. I'll probably put with Guy again there. A little bit power cut. He's a worse GA9, but yeah. Just solid. Pretty solid. Alright. Shit G93. Now, this guy, with airbase, you can put out a lot of choppers. Slight kicker. Airbase is never staying up. Because trains exists. MG93 is bad. Really, really bad. Probably second worst lead around that. Alright, Mothra. Oh, the nostalgia for Mothra leaders back in, like, I forgot if it was season 1 or 2. Maybe even both, when Mothra had about 6 HP as a lead, made units immortal with her ability. Oh god, that was fun back then. I'm lying, that was fucking horrendous. And yeah, look at old strats to just even after that was fixed, still just sending units like Earth and GA9 downfield, just popping that ability, they stay alive forever. She's still a very solid lead, but not incredible. I'd probably put her right above Kong here, because she can still crank. Like, you get a fat push with fat units, she'll keep them alive for a while, but eventually that ability will run out. And by herself, she's got really good DPS, but no range, and yeah, can be countered. Okay, shit Godzilla. Big stinker right here. Big stinker. One of the worst just basic attacks in the game. He's got solid range, at least I'll give him that. His ability literally cooks, but it doesn't cook in the right way. It'll burn some units, like tickle their nuts a little bit, but won't do much else. He's bad. Probably right with G21. Nah, I'll put him top of D, because at least he has some range and solid damage. But yeah, oh god. Free win whenever I see him in ranked. I mean free win. Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla is a very solid leader. He's got very solid DPS, pretty good range. His ability, it's RNG based, but I'd say like 75% of the time you're gonna get good value out of it. And yeah, honestly, I'd put him above Bio here in A. I think he's a very solid leader. I used him for a while. I've seen people use him. He got a lot of talk like 4 months ago, I'd say. Like, a lot of people were using him. He's just a very solid unit. Leader. I'm tripping. Alright. Next we got Ultra Dude. Now, Ultraman is he the only leader with stun resistance? No, Monster Zero is 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, But he has stun resistance, he has pierce, he has alright range, pretty low damage. His ability, it's like, it buffs speed and damage, I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't buff it that well. I think it's only like a 20% buff. So yeah, like, is he bad? No, not really. He's not a bad lead. Is he a good one? No. He's like Fire Dan. I'd put him in C. C low B. What are we thinking? Nah, he's not good enough for B. Also, his model sucks. Alright, Final Wars. Final Wars, really solid damage in DPS. Can get stun locked though, pretty badly. His ability is alright. A lot of fucking damage on that burning G-Spark heat ray. But it does knock back. The ability itself, the effect, it increases speed, which is pretty bad. Like, the only good speed leader is like Gigan 72. But he does put out pretty good fucking damage. And for that, I'll give him C tier. But he does also have AoE when units get close enough, but it does no knockback like the Common Rider. So yeah, I'd give him top of C. Actually, no, let me check out his damage real quick. Let's see what the app has to say. Damn, it's not even that much damage, and it's 3 cost. Wait, he's dog shit. Solid damage, though. Very solid damage. So, I'd probably give him... yeah, C tier. Alright, Unit 1. Unit 1 was on top of the mountain for a while. She still has great leader ability, but power crept to shit and back. Like, Unit 1 is still good. Shinji's mother is still a baddie, but that doesn't save her from either top of B or low A. I'd probably say top of B, because just nowadays 5 cost for an ability is just a lot. And like most of the time you don't have to nuke the entire map. Like Gamera lead, for example, you can just nuke like your side of the field on defense. A lot of times you're actually popping Unit 1's ability on defense too. And like, she's good, but she fell from grace. Alright, MG21. Good old proton scream with low flying state. And does his basic attack have AoE? I barely even see him in ranked at all. Does it show? No, it don't. I'm gonna assume it's not AoE, cause like Kong situation here, he sucks. Like, he's really bad. Also, yeah, he's just not good. Yeah, probably just D tier with Shin Godzilla. Nice. No, we almost have a perfectly symmetrical tier list right now. We just gotta get 2 more in A. Yeah, I can guarantee you, we will get some more in A. Alright, GMK. GMK is a very underrated leader in my opinion. So, his ability, like, base kit, solid AoE, kind of pretty much Adora. But his ability makes it so units deal, like, I'm pretty sure it's 45% less damage. And that's across the entire field. Pretty sure. Let me just see. Oh yeah, just nukes units in his blast as well. Yeah, 45% for 20 seconds. That can really fuck you up. Like, if your opponent has a push, you place down your counters, they pop that ability, their push is going to win against your push 100% of the time. You're gonna have to probably rely on a leader ability just to clear it. And yeah, that ability is really fucking good. Like, I never see people talk about it. It's a very good ability. It can end games as well. He's definitely not C. He might even be A. You know what? I'm gonna argue that he's A. I think that ability can genuinely end games. It's really fucking good. Also, it's good on defense as well. Makes your leader take a lot less damage from the push. And yeah, it's just... you're very underrated in my opinion. Very, very underrated. But now that I think about it, that extension, Unit 1 also be A. Even though not really talked about as well. Pretty bad. Small AoE. Low range. No. No. Because that 5 cost ability, it's just chalked. Not worth it. Like, -1s, we'll get to them later. Does pretty much the same thing in a smaller radius, but it's 4. Yeah, but yeah, GMK, I really like him as lead. Never personally run him, but People that have run him on me has worked pretty well. Yeah, it's very solid. Alright, Common Rider. Common Rider is a very, very, very good leader. Guaranteed S, just somewhere in that. Just gonna spoil that. Does a little double hit for his basic hit. Against aerial units, he just knocks their asses back. A little kick in the nuts. And his leader ability is a full map stun. It used to be for like 5 seconds, which is busted. Now it's only like 3. Not as busted, but it can still work. Does okay damage as well. Just like in that little kick radius. And he's pretty cool. Had a goated ass movie, S tier. But I don't think he is the best in S tier. In fact, I'd argue he's not even at the top of S tier. I'd put him right here. Probably above Desigodora. Actually, no. Oh, this is fucking tough. I should have thought about this before just going balls deep into this tier list. Trying to think. Yes, that basic attack is good. Against aerial units, only encounters so many of them. He doesn't have the best range. It's just, what do I value more? Energy as a lead, energy and pierce versus knockback and stun. I'd rather have energy and pierce. So yeah, I'm putting Common Rider right above GA9. Because at least he does have a little bit more kinks to him instead of just his ability. Alright, MG74. Pretty solid ability. Pretty solid damage at close range. Really shit damage at far range. His little I-beams, forgot what they're exactly called. Not Space Game lasers. Nah, that's someone else. Yeah, his finger missiles do solid damage. But he has really shit DPS aside from the finger missiles. His ability, still really solid. Pretty much makes that little area immortal. And does heal facilities. I think he's still a good leader. Still A tier leader, but bottom A. Definitely better than everything in B, though. Alright, Monster Zero. I don't know why. I find a lot of people running Monster Zero and Zero lead in ranked. Just a lot of them, a concerning amount of them, and they all fucking lose. His ability, it's just a cross map, little lightning beams, and a little attack buff. But I'll put him in C just because he has stun resistance, above GO4. Yeah, it's just, he just ain't it. I'm pretty sure he does have really solid fucking damage though as a lead. So yeah, that's why I put him above. Let me just check. Level 5, run 600, my GO4 at 20 does about... Load. No, don't infuse him. 5, yeah, he does a lot. Okay, yeah. Top C, worth it. G99, he goes Krakatoa on his ass when units get close to him with his ability. He's just a bomb. He is literally just a pipe bomb. A good pipe bomb. But really bad, really just bad everything else. Like, the damage is good. The everything else is not. Therefore, he's bad. Probably like top of C just because the ability can nuke. I'm pretty sure if you also go into like the final 10 seconds, you can absolutely fucking incinerate a leader with it. Which is funny. Also, it looks sick in studio mode. But yeah, probably top of yucks. Okay, Gamera. We got our first top 3 Yummers going to S+. Gamera might just be the best leader in the game. And I mean might just be. If he's not 1, he might not be 2. He's probably 3, but he might also be 2 or 1. The top 3, very interchangeable. Just preference. Gamera, one of the best DPSs as a lead in the game. Just absolutely rapid fire fireballs. His ability, probably the second best in the game. It's just an absolute fucking push wiper. If there's aerial units, they're dying. If there's ground units, they're also dying. It's just a giant fan-shaped AoE that obliterates your half of the field. It's the best defensive leader ability besides maybe Waka and G24. We'll get to both of them. But yeah, he's just such a good... He just has everything. Great range, great damage, incredible damage actually. Amazing leader ability. He has all the 9 yards. Everything in a lead you'd ever fucking want. Yeah, he's better than everything in S by far. Like, the jump from S to S plus is so fucking big. It could honestly be like 2 tiers. Because that's how much better they are. Alright, Rainbow Mothra. Rainbow Mothra as a leader, honestly, I vibe with him. I like his leader a lot. It just gives no what the fuck's it called? His shield. His shield in a pretty big AoE. I'm pretty sure it is 2 blocks in that AoE. Pretty cheap, 3 cost, and really short cooldown. Well, short-ish. He's a very solid leader. Like, very solid. I'd probably put him right behind Unit 1. His AoE and damage as a lead kind of sucks ass. Booty cheeks, actually. But yeah, he's just a solid lead. Like, you can't really go that wrong with running him. And yeah, alright, Waka lead now. Waka lead is another one going to S+, top 3. But, is he better than Gamera? This decision might kill me, because I can't tell. Waka lead, his ability, it's more consistent damage than Gamera. It's 2 cost, really quick cooldown, absolutely blows up units. Increases damage every time you... Oh, I just stumped my toe. Pause the ship, timeout. Fuck. Alright, we're back. God, I just fucking punted my wall like a fucking toddler. Alright, where were we at? Waka, yeah. Waka lead, great basic ability. It's a triple hit. Does a lot of damage for that triple hit. Might be the highest in the game for a lead. Not second highest. What else does he do? That's about it. Only a solid range, just great ability. Let's compare the two. Gamera, I think Gamera has better DPS. Waka has a better ability, I'd say. Gamera has better range. Gamera is better. I said it. Gamera remains number 1 for now. Alright, Super Mecha Godzilla. Now, Super Mecha Godzilla is Ultima 2.0 on steroids on ketamine. He is juiced up Ultima. He's somewhere in S. He has great range with a great fucking ability. What else does he do? Oh yeah, his ability. His ability is just a cross-map stun and slow with solid damage. His DPS by itself really sucks. It might be the worst in the game. But that range and AoE, with that range makes up for it heavily. I think he's really good. And I mean really good. Probably around here. I don't know if he's better or worse than Destroy though. It's just that he's just so good to snipe away at units. I'd say he's better just because that range alone. Like I said, range is the best stat for Elite to ever have. Like you notice, this one, all have great fucking range. God, I can't talk. Alright, minus fun. So minus 1's lead ability, it's like Unit 1's, but just in a more enclosed area. He's got solid AoE. Pretty alright damage. It just blows up probably like a third of the map. And it can actually kill, like, unlike Unit 1's. Because like Unit 1's just does a percent. This one does a percent, then actual damage. Minus 1's a very solid leader. Very, very solid leader. I do like him a pretty fair amount. He's either B or A. He's definitely better than Unit 1. I don't know if he's A though. Honestly, I'm gonna say he is A. I like his leader ability a lot. His range, pretty bad. His damage, pretty good. His AoE, pretty good. Like, just being able to nuke just an entire part of the map that you want is just really fucking valuable, and it's not that expensive. Like, I consider abilities that are 5 cost and up expensive. Yeah. Minus 1, I think, is a very solid lead. I had a ton of fun using him as well. Alright, Orga's in the house now. Orga, he's a pretty good leader. He's got solid stats. Solid damage, I mean. Every leader has pretty much the same HP. His leader ability is cheap. Pretty fat cooldown. You can only use it like once per match. Twice if you're lucky. It just knocks back units. Does a pretty fat amount of damage. And gives himself 30% HP. Solid leader. Pretty solid leader. Not that solid. I'd probably give him right behind Kong here. Actually, nah. Right behind Guy again. It's okay. Also, he's got okay range. Pretty good, actually, range. But yeah, not amazing. What is his range, actually? It's like 70 or something? Let me check. 79? He gained a few places. That's pretty good. He's got reach. Alright, next we got Mog. I don't think I've ever used this fucker as the lead. What does he do? What do we got here, Mog? Oh, really solid DPS, actually. Oh, really solid. All weapon attack. It's cheap, pretty good cooldown. And he gives a attack debuff. That is pretty good. Oh, 20 seconds as well. That's a very solid leader. That DPS alone is really good. I'd probably put him right above. Probably right above Mothra. Wait, what's his range as well? Oh, 85. That's crisp. I get him top of B. That's very good range, very good DPS. Now, thinking about that, and he's got, I'm gonna give him A. Ma, that's a very solid leader right there. I've been sleeping on him. I didn't know his game was like that. Yeah, bro's packing. Oh, what else symmetry we got here? A little rectangle. Oh, yeah. It's really solid. Alright, 1,000-year fat ass now. Well, I also see a concerning amount in ranked. He's got really solid damage. I mean really solid for a lead because he's got that triplet, but it can still be split damaged. Solid range, very solid ability, just blows up shit. He's just a pretty solid lead. Probably, I'm gonna put him, what's his range? 75. Huh. Better than Orga. Is it better than M92? Yeah, holy fuck, I'm tired. God. That's what 2 hours of sleep gets you. I'd probably put him above Unit 1. Just because that is really solid damage, really solid range. And pretty solid ability. Yeah, I think that's good. Like, damage, it's good as a lead, but can't get you everywhere. Really can't get you everywhere in life. Alright, next, who do we got? Geo3. Is it Geo2 or Geo3 that's the leader? It's Geo3, okay, making sure I got the right render. His ability, it's a pretty solid amount of damage. It makes it so his basic attack is his breath as knockback, which does do a lot of damage. It's cheap cooldown. Pretty solid basic attack. Does it have AoE? Let me check. No AoE. And it's a solid ability, it really is. But it's not amazing. I'd probably put it as a very top of C. I'd probably put it back at B because that ability does have some pretty good use. I've done pretty well with it. Actually, no, nah, I lied. I'd rather have the boom than his ability. Okay, next who do we got? G24. Even Godzilla Evolved. Even called Godzilla Evolved. Godzilla Evolved is the final leader going in the top 3. Where in the top 3 though is the question. I don't know. I really don't. I think he has the best leader ability out of the bunch. His leader ability, if you don't know, he just charges up his laser, absolutely pot roasts anything in his radius. It's like your spawn area pretty much, I think a little bit above. And for the amount of kills you get +2 energy. So like you kill like 5 cams, you get 10 energy. That's a lot. Also his basic attack is I think straight up the best out of any lead that isn't a multi-hit. So this 1,000-year dragon is count as a multi-hit. G24 leader is absolutely batshit insane, but his ability is glitched right now. Sometimes he can get interrupted, and that can cost matches. But I still, what's his range? I forgot. Oh, 85 range. God, that's sexy. Oh, his big pink fat ass. He's beautiful. He's better than Waka. I think I can confirm that. But is he better than the turtle? Honestly, I think he is. G24 lead is the best leader in the game. He's got the best damage, the best ability, almost the best range as well. 85 range, nothing to slouch about. I can hit almost anything. And okay, we got the final lead, Ride Goji. Ride Goji is not terrible. Honestly, not terrible, but not incredible. His leader ability, it's kind of like GA9's, but slightly worse in my opinion. A bit worse even. It does a pretty conceivable amount of damage. Absolutely gargantuan amount. Only compared to GA9's. My GA9 at 30, 1999. Ride Goji's Oh, 26, 23 at 17. That's doing at least 3k at 30. That's a lot of damage. 4 cost as well. And it gives every unit that's 5 plus, 5 cost more, a crit. That's a really good leader. That's a very good leader. And he does his little step up kick with his breath if they get low enough. That's an absolute push wiper right there. What's his range? Let's check it out. 75. Not amazing. Not terrible though. Like compared to Space Godzilla, because that's what I'm comparing him to right now. Space Godzilla leader has about 80. Worse than Space Godzilla. Actually, no, it's in the mirror. Yeah. Hate me. Ride Goji is either top of A or low S. I'm gonna go top of A. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go low S. Ride Goji, very good fucking lead. I forgot he's actually pretty good. Like, that leader ability, very fucking solid. That does a lot of damage. And the crit on 5 plus cost units, that's good. And his breath, what's his actual base damage as a lead? Let's compare that. It's a lot. That's a lot. That's 700. What's it? Let's compare to my 30 Desgador. Desgador 30 is 570. Let's compare it one more time to Space Godzilla, who's at 22. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, Ride Goji deserves us. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit of time off camera to see if I can make this any better. Potentially even make it worse, however you see it. Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I actually didn't end up moving anything. You know what? That's actually a lie. Literally, right as I was about to say that, I forgot. I think Ride Goji is actually better than GA9 as a leader. So I'm actually going to put GA9 bottom of S. I think he fits there. But yeah, oh my god, this was a pretty fat tier list. I don't think I missed any leader. If I did, you can send a pipe bomb to my mail. I'll put my P.O. box in the chat down there. The chat? Oh my god, I think I'm live. I'll put it in the description. Have fun with that. I'm lying. I'm not actually going to do that. But yeah. I can see arguments for any of these being above any of these, honestly. Like, leaders, pretty divisive. It made me think. But yeah, let me know what you think. You agree with this list? You disagree with this list? I'll gladly reply and respond, defend my takes. But I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.